Check. Shalom, Lord
Mic
Christ.
check.
Check.
Check. Mic check. A little bit more. Mic check. That's straight. I know one of my classes, they was like, I was way too loud. They couldn't hear me. You was too low, too loud. Oh, word? Echo, yeah, reverb and shit. I said, damn, why you ain't saying nothing in the chat? Fuck. Weirdos.
So, like, if I may, put a 144 in the chat if you can hear us loud and clear online. A 144 in the chat if you can hear us loud and clear online. We will be with you momentarily.
You got to use the big words when I'm in.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Where the LAX, brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin'. No. Niggas and they feelings all frill. Keep it locking with me, it was like a ball with me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm west, go to war with everybody with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gundrawn trying to cut us an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate make it to the featherweights. Niggas say they hard, but they sweet than a dedication. Hold on, think it's and the G and the soldier and the mover, hold on. And the killer and the prophet and the shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, you niggas swear he to go, bring him to the bush, The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog be. Gotta stay, they hate me, Lord, I gotta stay thankful. You one of them? What's the problem? From one west, go to war with everybody. I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one with these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform the war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died. Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim me riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die. Skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm going west, go to war with everybody.
Buddies, bust their head.
OD on a beat, Narcan flow. Got
We outside. We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One west leave stretched through it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing. Click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block. Tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they Play-Doh. Soldiers giving halos, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. And Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up. All cause my delivery. I be on that prime shit. Take you time to get with me. Got me like Vladimir. Treat you like the Ukraine. Raise your little city. Now you voting like Usain. Scope costs more than the rifle. I got new aim, fresh kick, spit with the blick. Not my shoe game. Used to have a dirty 30 tied to a shoestring. Now I got that Ruger 5 and 7. That's my boot thing. That temperature's getting hot. We take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store. We take it outside. I got my killers with me. You won't make it outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID heads outside. Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I don't talk hardly. Be there when you call me. Send them Philly clippers at your head like a baldy. Chopper get to run down your block like a Harley. No, this ain't a big hog. This the big dog.
In your city, swinging through the jungle like it's pitfall. In the water wading. March until my cadence, big burst of thunder in my hands like I'm reading. Shitty little combat sounds, but I ain't playing.
Look them in the eye before the war like a weigh-in. I'm up in the AM, politicking movements with that Draco from the vid because it's proven. Waiting on my brother how to bid, he ain't do shit. That's how life go. Win some, you lose. A little nigga beat a big nigga, how they shoes him back. Put up with a gun strap, out of the outside, told him run that. We outside, that temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in the car, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. My Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this car, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. We outside, and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. We outside, yeah, we outside. There's one west on them corners and we outside. We outside with it.
All right, this is Rudy's Speech, man. We got Captain Tower in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rudy's Speech, man. Listen, I'll break it down right quick,
Don't forget it. One west in my brain, one west in my heart, one west when I finish, one west when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen. No talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling, fuck kicking down the door. We bout to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth,
very big facts, very large caliber on very small gaps, compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beat, yeah, Ramak would have been shot you. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate, wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West ball put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see pennies. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them fouls shoots him like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. I.S.U.P.K, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West.
Most High in Christ.
Check.
Check. Mic check. Most High in Christ, man. Clap it up. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Most High in Christ, man. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Fayetteville. Shalom, world. I'm preaching officer Batazarwan of the I.S.U.P.K. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. And that's well to be said too. That's something that should always be said with any group that you associate yourself with. They should be set apart, right? Which is one thing that I love about the I.S.U.P.K. We are not affiliated at all with any other Israelite group, any other Christian sanctum, any other the facade of religion known to man. We teach the truth about the Bible to Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and to the world that this right here is a goddamn lie right here.
That's right.
This right here is a lie. This brother right here, this old Mr. Charlie right here is a goddamn lie, man. And we're gonna break it down a little bit today, man, and show you why that's an abomination unto the Lord, man. That's disgusting unto the Lord, right? And we got to think about it. There's nothing new at all under the sun, ever. Nothing new under the sun. We're gonna start off with Hosea 4:6. Which is a pinnacle scripture in the truth. And it's a very, very important verse for Black and Hispanics to understand and know why we're in the condition that we're in. To know and understand why we celebrate certain things that should definitely not be celebrated, like the death of a nation, like the slaughtering of a people. Certain things should just be common sense for us to say, no, we won't celebrate it. No, I won't blow a candle out for. No, I won't dance and party on this day. But because of this right here, This is why we don't understand it. Read that when you get it.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
My people,
The Lord's people, man. You Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Men, women, and children. The Lord's people,
are destroyed.
are what?
Are destroyed.
We're destroyed. Why are we destroyed? Why are we celebrating these days that, like I said, should be common sense not to celebrate? Like, what is it? The Thanksgiving. That's the slaughter of the Native American Indians. Yet we gather together on that day, cook a turkey, kiss one another, and tell each other we miss them and have a glorious day. What else? Valentine's Day. That's a damn near the biggest homosexual holiday known to man. Where the Romans, back in Roman culture, they had what's called the buddy system, where you would get your buddy and you would have relations with him man to man, so that way it would be a little bit more. You'll want to kill and die for that man a little bit more when you went to war. And when they came back, they would make marriage bonds with rings for what? Representing what? Saturn, right? We do these things that we celebrate and we don't know anything about them. We're destroyed for what?
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
For lack of knowledge, man. That's why we're destroyed. That's why we'll celebrate a Thanksgiving not understanding the horror that took place on that day and not even considering it. Like, what if that was my people? What if that was your family? Like, we have been taught to be inconsiderate through oppression. Through oppression, we'll take the easy way out so that we won't have to go through the same hell as the next brother. And in that oppression, because we're so destroyed, we lost our way, man. We lost our way. And because we lost our way, we're so destroyed. They go hand in hand, man. 2-for-1 special, double decker. We are destroyed for what?
For lack of knowledge.
For lack of knowledge, man. Drop that and give me First Maccabees 1:40.
Salak, if I may.
Go ahead.
And when we talk about, we live in the information era.
Right.
Anything that you want to know is literally at your fingertips.
Chat GBT.
Yeah. We got the World Wide Web.
Damn right.
Some card catalog and some library.
Right.
To find out the things that should be so easily, that are so readily available.
Right.
So this knowledge, it's not, about you getting a degree.
Right.
Or getting some sort of post-secondary education from our oppressor.
Right.
This knowledge is the knowledge of God.
That's right.
The knowledge of our identity.
Right.
The knowledge of our customs, which are keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right. No, that's a heavy point. Get that brother hand. And even in reference to that, it's a heavy point. In reference to that, us even having this World Wide Web at our fingertips, we know what we're doing most of the time, but we do it instead. And that's another trait of being oppressed. That's another trait of just being a destroyed people, to where you'll notice something's wrong to do, but you'll still do it. If you look at the back of a carton of cigarettes, it say what can cause cancer. Right. We're so destroyed and so addicted that we still smoke it, even though it causes cancer. Alcohol. You drink alcohol every day, you're gonna get what's called fatty liver disease, and it can kill you. You start peeing blood. But yet, what will you still do? The doctor tell you don't drink no more. You'll still go home and drink that bottle clear. Drink it down. We are destroyed, man. And we look for any kind of comfort in this society. But the Lord has the cure. The Lord has the cure. And what's going on now is no different than what went on during the time of Christ, before Christ, and right after him. It's no different than what went on during the Roman captivity, during the Syrian captivity, Babylonian, so on and so forth. It's no different, man. And we're gonna break it down, man. We can start at 40.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1.
41. 41. 1 and 41.
Oh, this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 41.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Now, doesn't this sound familiar? This sounds like the American decree. This sounds like the Declaration of Independence. It sounds as though we should be one people. Well, the same thing King Antiochus wanted. He wanted his people to be one people. He made a decree. He said, look, we need to all be on one accord. Y'all are under my rulership, and you're going to lead how I want you to lead, and you're going to follow how I want you to follow. You're going to do the things that I tell you to do. And what did the people do? We're going to read. Keep going.
Verse 42. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Man, listen, man. He said everyone should leave their laws. So you know what everybody did? Along with the heathen, they left their laws. And they agreed to do whatever it was that the king was permitting them to do. Like celebrate his feast days. Celebrate his holy days. Eat and do what he wanted you to eat and do. Which is what we have to gain strength in not doing. We have to gain strength like the lady, like the woman and her children in Maccabees. What is that? Second Maccabees 7:1. We got to gain that kind of strength, man, to where even the youngest of us say no to something rather than to sin against the Most High power. To where the youngest of us will laugh at you telling us to sin against the Most High power and rather die and say, go ahead and unalive us. What does thou want from us? You know that we're ready to perish. That's what children were saying back then in this time. But this is a time where us as Israelites, we kind of gave in. We fell weak again. Keep going.
So like, if I may, I can't help but to think about in Genesis, the Tower of Babel.
Right.
Where, the Bible says that the people is one. The Lord, was speaking to the heavenly host about what was transpiring. And us being on one accord.
Right.
And he ended up confounding languages and scattering the nations.
That's right.
Creating the divisions that we know today.
Right.
So this is really, really heavy.
Right.
And in the spirit of us not being at one with, our oppressors.
Right. Now that's a heavy point. And that goes back to show that these kings found out and learned how to rule throughout the Bible. They learned how to rule from people who were ruling. They learned how to rule from us. They learn how to be over people from us. That's like the scriptures say that if any other nation, I'm paraphrasing, had these laws, statutes, and commandments, they would rule the world. Right. And look at what they're doing now. They're ruling the world over us, using our laws, using our statutes, bending them and twisting them to their will and manufacturing their own philosophies on it and giving it to the world, and we're just eating it up. The same thing that the kings were doing back then is the same thing they're doing now. The same thing Antiochus was doing then is the same thing our oppressors are doing now. Pushing their facade, their lifestyle, their way of life, their Christmas, their Thanksgiving onto us, right? Keep going.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Now, what will make an Israelite consent as well with the heathen? You got to think. It's easier to sin than it is to follow the laws of the Lord. Meaning this, it's more, I'll say more comfortable. Meaning this, in order to come into the truth and begin to live like Christ wants you to live, begin to live how the Most High power orders you to live, you have to throw away a lot of you. Meaning what? Those things that you were once addicted to, you got to give them up. Those whores that you once associated yourself with, you got to get rid of them. That drug that just got you so hooked, that got you so strung on, you got to get rid of that thing. So those things that you love and you've been so comfortable with doing your whole life, these are things that you would have to give up in order to serve and be righteous in the eyes of the Lord. Well, a lot of us struggle with that today. A lot of us struggle with that today because it's easier to go up there and get the $2 bag of pork because we're so oppressed than it is to get the $6 pound of beef. We understand that that oppression is why we're in the conditions that we're in, but we still ought to serve the Lord in the midst of it. We still have to have the strength to follow the Lord in the midst of it. We still have to not take the easy way out just because it feels good in the midst of it. Take that harder route, man. Gain some strength. You know what I mean? Stand upright. Have some backbone. Well, time and time again, us as Israelites, we fall short, man. We get weak. We get ruled over so drastically, so abominably by rulership. We just concede. We just break. You ever heard of buck breaking? Where they would take the biggest and strongest man in the hut, take him out, take him in front of his family, in front of the villages. They would sometimes unalive him. But first, we know what they would do. They would molest this brother. They would have sexual intercourse with this grown man. Then sometimes when they were done, they would cut off his phallus. Sometimes when they was done, they would hang him by a tree. That's what you call buck breaking, right? And imagine you seeing that buck breaking. Imagine what kind of mentality you have to not do what he did. You don't got to think too hard. If he went in there and he picked two peas when he's supposed to pick one, you're not gonna think twice about picking 2 peas. You're picking one every time. After you see that, you only picking 1 pea. You're not thinking twice. You're not thinking, oh, I might want to. No, you just seen what happened to this man. So you're gonna pick 1 pea. You're gonna do everything in line to what Massa says to do. Well, I tell you what, that lady in Maccabees didn't give a damn about what Massa said.
That's right.
That lady had the strength that we all ought to have. That lady said she'd rather be ye perfect as her Father in heaven than to sin against the Most High God. And guess who else had it? Her children. Her children had that strength. Her children would have never celebrated Thanksgiving. Her children would never celebrate the slaughter of a people. Her children would never celebrate the mass murder of an indigenous people that are kin to their own. They would never do that. You know why? Because they had these law, statutes, and commandments, and they took heed to it. Go ahead, sir.
And Salaki too. Another reason why, to add on, they had the law, statutes, and commandments, and to add to it, they had seen what their people had been through.
Right.
You understand? When you see something that happens to somebody who looks like you, who has the same mannerism as you do, that walk like and talk like you, and you see something happen to them,
right?
It's a mental picture that's burned into your mind,
right?
And you realize, like, wait a minute, if you did that to somebody who looks and walks and talks like me, I am no different. Even though that king, he was trying to promise them all the things that he can give them. You understand?
Right.
See, that's the thing that we've somehow lost the connection to here in this empire that we call America.
Right.
Under the Americans, we've forgotten about the things that our great grandparents went through.
Damn right.
We really have forgotten, like, you know, not even 80 years ago, our grandparents were still, you know what I'm saying, tortured and asked to go through the back door.
Right.
Still, you know, still having to get everything secondhand.
Right.
You understand? Still was spat on and still pushed and hit across the head. And it's like, you give us a tablet, the iPhone, and a goddamn a slavery, we forget all about it.
Right.
Like we forget the honor, like, that we are different.
Right.
Like this is the empire that has put us through all type of torture.
Right.
And you, like I said, you give somebody some accommodations, and what we begin to get comfortable in this empire. And just like the King Antiochus said, you can be a part of my religion.
Right.
You can be a part of my holidays.
Right.
You can be a part of my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can marry my daughters.
Right.
Now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we lose our goddamn mind.
And that's so heavy. That's so heavy. That's so heavy. And with that, with him saying that, we're gonna go. We're gonna hold that. Give me Matthew's 7 and 13, Baba Kashab. Yeah, hold that, Baba Kashab, please, because what you said is so heavy. Because when you see something like that, you're either gonna go one or two ways. You're either gonna bend and break, or something's gonna grow in you to say, "I'd rather die too. I'd rather give mine up too." You see a brother get hung and stripped naked and beat blue black. You either going one or two ways. You either gonna be like, "I'm gonna go hard just like that." It's gonna put an anger in you, or it's gonna put a fear. It's gonna put a fear to me. No, master, I don't want it done to me. Or it's gonna be like, "Nigga, kill me too, and unalive me too."
And Salaki, today, you may not be unalive. All you have to do is make the decision not to do what everybody says.
Right.
That's all.
Damn
That's
right.
all you got to do is sacrifice that moment in time,
Right.
not to say Merry Christmas.
Damn
That's
right.
it. We ain't getting. We still dealing with the same trauma
Right.
from the oppressor, you know, periodically. But
Right.
all we have to do is say, "No, I'm not gonna do that."
Right. Just make a change.
That's all.
Just stop intending that. Go read that, Baba Kashan. Good night.
Book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13.
Con.
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Do what?
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Why? Keep going.
For wide is the gate,
Uh-huh.
and broad is the way
Uh-huh.
that leadeth to destruction.
Lead it to happiness.
That leadeth to destruction.
Lead it to rulership.
that leadeth to destruction.
When you choose this way, when you see that thing that Officer Zion was bringing out, when you see that catastrophic event happen, you see it happening, you better pick a side, man. Because that king is gonna woo you. He gonna be like, look, if this gonna happen to you, if you want to go the same path as him, it's gonna happen to you. Just like everybody, you better join everybody. Everybody over here celebrating Christmas. Everybody over here, they doing their thing. They got birthdays, Thanksgiving, all this. If you don't want to do this, you're gonna be just like that nigga. You gotta pick a side. Pick a side. You can't look. It say enter at the straight gate because the narrow one, that wide gate, is too wide and it leads you to destruction. Joining and obeying these oppressors is going to lead you to destruction. The same way that everybody who was not a part of that Maccabee family got destroyed, the same way that the person in the analogy that Officer Zion said, break or make, that's the same way you got to be. You got to pick a side, man. Pick to serve the Lord, man. Enter ye at the straight gate. What's the straight gate? The straight gate is short and simple. Following the law, statutes, commandments, doing what the Most High say do. That's it. Everywhere, everything on the outside, you got celebrating Christmas. You got being an abomination. You got land bestiality. You got Rastaphilia. You got Rastafarianism. All those cause you to be destroyed and confused. Why not just do the simple thing? The simple thing is just don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Okay, done. Don't sell drugs to my people. Okay, done. Follow the law, statute. Treat your brother like a brother, your sister like a sister. Don't follow the ways of the heathen. When you do these things, you'll find your mind more at ease than it ever has been. You don't have to worry about what's in your food because you know if a brother say he cooking bacon, you know it's not pork. You don't got to worry about that. You don't got to worry about the GMOs. You know why? Because you serve a powerful Father. You don't have to worry about dying of strange diseases. You know why? Because you're not subserting yourself to the things of this world.
Right.
Because you're not out there in the wild field. You want a straight and narrow path, the one that the Most High laid out for you. And that's why that was so heavy what you said, because a lot of people, when they see something catastrophic like that, when the mother's on drugs, when the mother's a whore, when the father's a heroin addict, they go one or two ways, man. They go one or two ways. And more often than not, us as Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, we pick the wrong way. We picked the wrong way, man. And that's because we have not been guided. That's because we had a wicked ruler over us, just like Antiochus, that flooded the airways with Christmas, Christianity, celebrating mass murders like Thanksgiving, so on and so forth. Because we've been oppressed and because we've been on this wicked rulership, we choose the wrong path damn near every time. Damn near every time. Go ahead, Otto.
And Salakia too. And if we don't go into that full path,
right,
it's almost like, yeah, I had a cousin that used to be my, you know what I'm saying, be my road dog. Now he's on heroin or whatnot.
Right.
So we like, I ain't gonna do no heroin. You see what happened to my cousin. But not realizing that when you smoke that marijuana, roll up them joints, your cousin started smoking marijuana as well.
Damn
he was rolling up until whatever happened in his life that became tragic.
Damn right.
It may start off at the same way that it always starts off.
Right.
Then something happens, and that marijuana, the potency of it's not enough.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? So what we call it? You graduate.
Yep.
Now you graduate to
go to
powder
that
now.
other thing.
Here you go.
Right.
Now you want the dog food.
Right.
So we have different levels that we all deal with trauma.
Right.
And once you start to deal with trauma and you desensitize yourself to it, you're looking for a way to cope.
Right.
But the only way you really get unplugged from all of it is coming into the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
And then that way you can have brothers and sisters that will help you fight.
Right.
And not try to cope, but fight. There's a difference between coping with something.
Damn right.
And let's fight it. You know what I'm
Damn
saying?
right.
When you start beginning to cope with something like we always do, you'll self-medicate.
Making excuses for why you need it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, who gonna tell you no, man?
Right.
I mean, you know, just a little bit. But when
that nigga that's outside the gate with you,
yeah, there you go.
Gate with you.
There you go.
Yeah.
But when you got a brother or sister that'll fight with you, that won't allow you to give excuses or to be a coward,
right?
Do you understand that life is war, and you only find that truth in brothers that's gonna tell you to your goddamn face to stop your bullshit.
Damn right.
In this school, you know what I'm saying?
Damn
With
right.
real niggas,
damn right,
and real sisters. You understand?
Damn right.
Salakia.
Damn right, man. Heavy point. Heavy point. Heavy point. You can't save you. You can't get saved by somebody out there in hell with you. You can't get saved by somebody wandering outside the gates with you. You got to find somebody that's on that narrow path, man, that straight gate. Well, we can read the next verse.
And many there be which go in thereat. Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Because straight is the gate,
Mm-hmm.
and narrow is the way,
Mm-hmm.
which leadeth unto life.
That's right.
And few there be that find
And
it.
a lot of people find it.
And few there be that find it.
And few there be that find it. So if you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, and you just so happen to run across an I.S.U.P.K class, you just so happen to run into an I.S.U.P.K brother, you might want to take heed and grab onto that young man, woman, or child, get a flyer, get with it. Come on home, because there are few there be that find it. There are few that be that find this truth and actually understand it and can break it down properly. There are few that be that can lead you out of the house that you're in. You know why? Because they're on the straight and narrow gate. They're not in the wide gate. They're not in the wide field where everybody else is. Everybody else is doing that thing, that regular thing, that birthday, that holidays. Everybody else eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, doing whatever, living life. So YOLO. You only live once. Everybody else is doing that. But few there be that find it. What is the it? The truth. Few that be that find the truth, man. And when you find them, you need to take hold of them, man. Because it's an important thing, man, to find some kind of healing. And you cannot get healed with somebody that's sick along with you. These brothers have been in the wide field. They was outside that gate for a minute. A couple of them longer than others, but they was outside that gate for a minute, man. You know what I mean? They know what it's like to be out there and to have no hope. They know what it's like to turn everywhere and everybody around you is the same hell that they in. Who can they look for help? You slinging dog food. He's selling girl. How can y'all help each other? You addicted to dog food. He addicted to girl. How y'all gonna help each other, man? You can't. You got to find somebody that's on that narrow path, man, and not the wide one. But Shalaka, drop that and give me back to Maccabees, Bible Kashah. But nah, this is a heavy point, man. The moral of the story for the class, if y'all haven't grasped on this, to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, man, and not the ways of this nation. The ways of this nation have been destroying Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans for thousands of years. We choose day in and day out to follow everything but the Most High Power. We choose day in and day out to follow that thing that makes us feel good, that makes us happy for a time. We choose day in and day out to do that thing that make our children happy, but disobeys the Lord. Why not obey the Lord, man? Why not find sanctuary and strength in doing what the Lord say do? You say you're Christians. You say you love God. Well, why not do what He say do? Why not let's not follow the way of the heathen, right? Why not let's just keep the Sabbath holy, right? Why not let's just stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, a lot? Why don't we just listen? But go ahead.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 42.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone should leave his laws.
Mm-hmm.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 43.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Now, that's where you get your Christianity from. That's where you get your Muslims from.
Right.
That's where you get your imams, bahashirs. You get all them from this, from doing what? From being broken down by a king and damn near forced to join his society, to join his cult, to do the things that he wants you to do. Live how he wants you to live, which is the life of everybody else. Because everybody else is so afraid of the king, no one will stand out. They in that wide gate. They're not on a straight gate. They just living life just like it. And he said a lot of the Israelites did it as well. They gave up their religion. They gave up Hanukkah for Christmas. They gave up a Passover for Easter.
Right.
They gave up these things, man, to serve the king. Why? Because they feared the king more than they feared the Father, right? Which is a problem. That is a big problem with our Christian brothers and sisters. That is a big problem. They'll rather fear Donald Trump and food stamps than fearing the Lord saying, watch what you put in your body. It's a sickness, man. And that just comes from being destroyed. Keep going.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols.
What did you do this Christmas? What y'all doing tonight? Y'all cooking for Christmas. I know y'all getting that pot hot and ready. You know what you're doing when you're celebrating Christmas? You're giving when you're cooking for Christmas, Salaki, you're burning offerings to false idol.
Right.
I don't know if you knew that. A lot of you probably didn't know that. You're giving up burnt offerings to some Roman god. Go ahead, I don't.
You kept it PG.
Tried.
I'm gonna keep it. You're being a whore.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
You giving it up.
That's right.
And getting nothing in return.
That's right.
Class should be numbers should be astronomical tonight through the roof.
That's right.
Through the roof.
That's right.
Internet should be damn near tweaking out.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but we got, there are a lot of whores.
That's right.
That will give it up for nothing in this empire.
That's right.
And then complain.
That's right.
About how nothing's going to change.
Right.
And when we gonna fight?
Right.
Yeah. But you're giving it up on Christmas.
Right.
Christmas Eve.
Damn.
You're playing your Temptations in the background and eating that dried chicken dressing.
Right.
And your cranberry sauce, preparing for tomorrow breakfast.
That's right. And you wearing your matching sweaters.
Yeah, matching sweaters and saying you're being a whore.
Right.
And that's the only way I can put it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
You're whoring yourself out because you get nothing in return.
That's right.
You know that it's idol worship. You know what I'm saying? If you're on Instagram, the internet is flooded right now with people on the internet saying boycott. You will boycott Target, but won't boycott Christmas.
Yeah.
You understand? But the internet is saying, they going back and finding these records, Bunker, y'all.
Yeah.
They not playing out here. Our people, they getting pretty shifty and swifty, drop this stuff on the internet.
Right.
So you can't say, well, you playing ignorance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah.
You know better.
Yeah, you want to be a whore.
Right.
You want to get turned out.
They want that easy way.
Yeah, there you go.
That
so
easy feel good way. Get that brother hand. That's right, man. So there's nothing new in the sun, man. The same way we whore ourselves out to these religions, these fake cultures today, is the same way we whored ourselves out back then. It's not only because of fear, it's because we wanted to. We want to. We want to. And guess who knows you want something more than anybody? Satan. Satan knows just what you want. Satan knows what you want more than you know what you want. Man, my son, man. Shout out to Jace, man. I got one of the best sons in the world in my eyes, man. My son, man, and he's so honest with me, man. He told me the other day, he said, Dad, he said, so I'm gonna be honest with you. He said, I know Christmas is wrong. He said, but I be finding myself wanting to celebrate it sometime. And I was like, I said, no, you don't want to celebrate. I said, you want the gifts. He said, yeah, I get the gifts on Christmas. I said, yeah, but you get gifts all year round with me. I said, you get gifts all year round with your uncles. Whatever you need, you get it from them. I said, it's just a demon on you, son. I said, now it's your fight. I said, you're a growing man, because we got the custody. So then these days he go with his mother. I said, this is your fight, man. He said, kind on kind. You know what I mean? So to see a young man at that age, being honest and finding his demons. He be telling me other demons too. And I'll be like, God damn, this nigga needs counsel. But when we sit down and we talk about it, man, it just be it be opening my eyes, like the Lord is really moving in this place, man. And it be surprising me too, because I'll be like, yo, what you say? And the things he opened up about, it's this world, if I allow him just to be in that wide gate, if I allow him just to be what the world want him to just be regular, I would never have these conversations with my son. I never know what he's fighting. And he'll just be another statistic out there with the dog food like his daddy was. So go ahead.
And that you took that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Right.
I said we're in a position that we can raise our children from the vantage point of knowing this truth.
Right.
Who was your influence?
Right.
What were you influenced by?
Crazy.
Who stopped you from whatever thoughts that was running through your mind?
Right.
Were they encouraged or did somebody stop it? So I'm saying that's our goal in this school. When we talking about raising up these children and building up a nation, that's the mindset that we have to have, and that's the value in having family.
Damn
when
right.
you raise children that come to you about their issues and their understanding of the things that are around them, and we didn't give them our worldly answer or our carnality, right? We give them what God says.
Damn right.
And that's something our parents, if you was raised in the truth, were not able to do for us. You understand? Some of us had some really good parents that did the best that they could with us off the things that they understood. But now we're able to take those things and apply principle that's in the Bible, in I.S.U.P.K, and really be able to raise family and children according to what God wants. You understand?
Right, man.
So I commend you for that, brother. The water, Most High in Christ. For you
Water,
and
y'all, man. We one body, man. And that's and what's so heavy about what you're saying is I would not be the man I am, the father that I am without y'all. And that just goes to show what comes with serving the Lord. Whenever you got brothers around you that are also on that straight gate, it makes that bond so much stronger. It makes everything better. Like y'all are tools. Like brotherhood is a weapon. Like literally, that's a tool to use whenever you suffering and you just going through it and you just like say like me. Say if a brother had a powder problem or a pill problem, when you get in that thing, that honesty, like when my son showed to me, came to me, Father, Dad, I'm going through something. You go to your brother, man, and that brother might say something that's gonna save your life, save you from walking off the edge. You go to the Christian pastor, they tell you to pray about it, and that's it. To hell with that, man. We got the real deal medicine in this place. We got the antidote, man. Word up on me, man. So the water you howl for the I.S.U.P.K, man, is saving me and my son, man. Lord willing, we keep the strength so we can be saved in the end, man. You know what I mean? But just drop that on that note though. Deuteronomy, give me Deuteronomy 5 and 9, Baba Kashah.
You want me to finish 43?
Yeah, we can go ahead and finish this out.
So like in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
And did what?
Profaned the Sabbath.
Man, if this ain't talking about you Christians, I don't know who it's talking about. If this ain't talking about every Black, Hispanic, and Native American that's celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas tomorrow, I don't know who it's talking about, bro. This just said you profane the Sabbath. You profane it. You do idol worship and profane the Sabbath. When do Christians go to church? They go to church on a Sunday, which is the worshiping of a sun. The worshiping of the sun, man. You're about to celebrate Christmas tomorrow, which is what? The worship of Saturnalia. It's so wicked. And you know, I'm gonna break it down. Lord willing, my next class, I'm gonna have this book. The book is called the two Babylons. And I'm gonna have it, man. I'm gonna have it my next class, the two Babylons. And I'm gonna go into it and I'm gonna break down the whole history of Christmas and where it came from. I don't want to utter too much, but just know, man, it's idol worship, man. It's not our culture to celebrate Christmas. I want to have books, chapters, and everything for y'all, man. This book is supposed to be here next week. Lord willing, it's here, and I'm gonna break down the whole thing, man. The whole Ceramicus to Nimrod, the worship of Nimrod, them not bringing a tribute to the tree, they cutting off the head, putting it on there as ornaments. I want to break it all the way down, and I want to have a book with me. I can break it down now, but I want to have a book with me. I don't want there to be no discrepancies, because a lot of people be saying them U.P.K brothers just be talking. No, not at all, man. We studying here. And the water General Hazayan for that class he did long time ago, and I found a little notebook with it in there. I say yeah. I ain't have no time to go over everything, but I got a class, man. I'm boiling, man. The water Yahweh. But give me Deuteronomy 5 and 9, Baba Shah. Oh, Salaki, if you could, the next verse in Maccabees, and then Deuteronomy Baba Shah. Salaki.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 44. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah.
Y'all ever got that Christmas little letter in the mail? That little card in the mail saying Merry Christmas? Y'all ain't never got that? Man, we used to get that thing faithfully every year. We used to get it on Thanksgiving. I don't know if all y'all got mail. Some people still seeing pigeons, but we had mail, man. And in that mail, we used to open that mail once or twice a year. It'd be a Thanksgiving card, and then it'd be a Christmas card. That's what Antiochus did. The king sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem. And what did he say?
And the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
And they should follow the strange laws of the land. It was damn near order and decree to everybody. Y'all gonna follow these strange lands, these strange laws, which is what America tries to push on Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans today. They want us to follow their strange laws. What are some of the strange laws? A man can marry a child. I think that's a law in over there in California. I think now the age is 16 or 15, 16, something like that. I think they're trying to push for pederasty over there. Guess what else is a strange law? In the Jewish custom, they call it something called imoyo, where they put what do they call it? What do you call it? Circumcision. They circumcise the child, right, on the 8th day, of course, because they got to keep the law. But then they put their mouth on it. They put their mouth on the baby's stuff. Who the hell? They put their mouth on the baby. Guess what they do? They suck the blood and oil off of it. They put a little oil in their mouth and then they suck the blood and oil off of the foreskin of the baby. Who the hell? That's a strange law. That's a strange law. A very, very strange law. What else is a strange law? A man can marry whatever and whoever the hell he wants. I seen the other day where this woman married a tree. What the hell? You marrying a tree? A goddamn a tree? I seen where this man had multiple wives. Guess what they was? Automobiles. He was married to cars, man. I seen one where a woman was married to a fence post, crying and stuff. These are some strange laws, man, which is what Antiochus was pushing on the people back then. Another strange law. Every year we're going to declare this a holiday to where we murdered over 77 million Native American Indians. But this is going to be a holiday for everybody to celebrate it. Right. And if you don't celebrate it, you're going to be looked down upon. You're going to be hated by your family if you don't celebrate it. You don't want to come together with your family on this one day of the year? Watch your family hate you. That's a law, man. They made that a law. That's a day we have off each year. What else is a law? Christmas, the celebration of Saturnalia, the celebration of people getting unallowed for not worshiping a king, worshiping a wicked ruler. Come on, man. Yeah, these are some strange laws. Just like back then, it's today. Keep going.
Verse 45. And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offering in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days.
Listen, they said, look, no, ain't no more burnt offerings to your God. Ain't no more of that. Ain't no more sacrificing to your God, man. Ain't no more drink offerings to your God. You better get in there and you better profane the Sabbath. You better go in there and hot on the Sabbath. Yeah, you better spit on that Sabbath. You better kick the dust with that Sabbath. That's what the king was doing. And that's what we do today. The Sabbath is on the 7th day. You know how we profane it? We celebrate it on the 1st. On the 1st day, which is so sick, man. It's so wicked. The rules of this society and of this land are not of God. That's right. These laws of this land and of this society are not of God. How about we find out what the laws of God are? How about we find that out? How about we find that out and find the few of them that entered into that straight gate? How about we find a few of them and just listen to them? Listen to these brothers in boots and braids and curly hair with nice skin tone and nice beard teaching y'all Monday through Friday, 7 to 9. How about we listen to them? How about we take heed to what these brothers with boots and braids and Jerry curls are saying to you guys? Take it as important. Keep going. We're going to keep going, man. This is what the king said to do. These ain't my word. The king said making them do that, right? So that means they got to do it. The king is making them do it, so they got to do it, right? Okay, keep going.
Verse 46. And pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
And who?
And holy people.
And they ought to, you better go in there and pollute the sanctuary and the holy people. That's what the king was making them do. He said that on the letter to all the Israelites, to all the heathens. Pollute the sanctuary and the holy people. The holy people as well. which is what happens every Sunday whenever you go to search yourself under this wicked rule they call America. Whenever you go try to give the Lord praise on the first day of the week instead of the seventh, you profane the Sabbath. You spit on what Christ died for. Go ahead.
It's a lot. It's so heavy because, one of the main arguments that we get as far as pushback, you don't have to keep those days. That was in the Old Testament. You're keeping the feast days and our holy days of the Lord according to the law, averse to keeping all the oppressors' holidays.
Right.
Why wouldn't you do what the Bible says to do?
Right.
I don't see Christmas in the Bible.
Right.
Or as far as us celebrating Christmas.
Right.
I don't see us celebrating Easter.
Right.
Mother's Day, Father's Day, New Year's.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense. Christians are hypocrites, man.
Damn right.
And
Damn right.
And the Christian pastor is a goddamn liar. So
damn right. Get out of hand, man. The Christian pastor is a goddamn money-grubbing lying bastard. Damn vagabond. He has no home.
Right.
So you know what he'll do? He'll steal all your money and build him one. He don't have a place that he can go in this earth without you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. So he's going to steal all your money and build his own. And he's going to build a yacht with it. Shalom, sis. He's going to do everything that he can to build himself up and tear you down, just like this king. And you know how you know that when Christians say the law is done away with, it's so damn wicked? Because they know the hierarchy. They know how important the law is, just like Antiochus. If he didn't think it was important, he wouldn't tell you to disobey it. He wouldn't tell you to go against it, go defile the temple, go tear up the altar, go burn all your old idols and put up these new ones. He wouldn't have did all that if he didn't see power in what you were doing. That's how you know we ought to do that other thing and not what this wicked man is doing. Keep going though.
Verse 46.
Verse 46. Yeah, come on.
Salakia, the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 46. And pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
Good night. Keep going. I might just stay on. I might just stay on Maccabees.
No, Salakia, if I may.
Go ahead.
When we think about the pollution of the sanctuary, look at the church today.
Right.
You got women teaching, leading in congregations,
half naked.
Oh man,
Lord.
Oh, the twerk fest, right?
Oh man, twerking for Jesus.
You got homosexuals.
Lord.
Over the praise and worship service.
Man, telling you ain't moving right. You need to move better. Yeah, I done seen it, man. That's what they doing, man.
They taking a decent liberty with the children.
Yes.
The molestation.
Absolutely.
Rampant in the church.
Good night. And you know what I seen that was so wicked. This is the spirit of Christianity, and why it destroys Black people, because it takes away that spirit of anger, and I can say something because it's my child. I seen where I know this brother. He is not a homosexual. He go to church, but as a homosexual at his church, he's against it, quote unquote. He's against it. But the homosexual touched his son, was touching his son, talking to his son on one knee, rubbing his back. I wanted to beat his ass for him. He did not say nothing. He said, and after I seen it, after he said, man, I wanted to say something, man. You wanted to say something. Christianity just makes you subtile. What does it call it? When you're sedated, it sedates you, man. It makes you feel like, oh, I can't say nothing because I'm gonna get looked at like, why you do that? No, nigga, he's homosexual. What did he do with those hands that morning? Huh? Why is his hair so wet? What's going on? Why is his pants so tight? Why is he on one knee talking to your son with his head cocked, rubbing his back? And why is your son so susceptible to it? And why did you not say nothing? That's Christianity, man. Shalaki.
I was gonna say Christianity disarms us.
That's right. Makes you subtile. Damn right. That's good. Lord, we one body, but I'm trying to get it out. Damn, it disarms you. It puts your guard down. You naturally want to have your guard up. He naturally wanted to go over there and get your hands off my son. Naturally. But them shackles, kick them shackles off my feet so I can dance. You know that song, his favorite song. That's what it does to you. Them shackles heavy. It put them shackles on you. You ain't kicking nothing off. You gain them when you go in there. Right. Where you got to watch what you say. You got to watch how you walk. You can't walk it like you talk it in church. You outside, I'm a gangster this, but then letting them, hey, boo-boo. Touch your son. And your son just, and you know how the more sick thing about it, the son is comfortable, Lord, talking to him. You know what you call that? Grooming. That's grooming. Don't be surprised when your son can't sit down in the next 2 weeks when he go with his mama and go to the same church. He ain't acting the same. He ain't eating his food no more. He don't even want to eat hot dog. He been eating hot dogs his whole life. He don't want to eat another damn hot dog. Well, what happened? What happened them last 2 Sundays, Johnny? Huh? Because you didn't say nothing, man. And time again, us as Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we always have to find out the wrong way that we have been bad parents. We have been bad fathers, bad mothers. We have to find out on the latter end after the destruction has already taken place. Well, I say to hell with that. I say I'm going to open my eyes now, and I'm going to say something. We got a thing in here, man. In the I.S.U.P.K. and the Commander General YAHANNA, if your brother offend thee, you go to him and him alone. That day, that second, that minute, nigga, you not leaving out of here without knowing what you did. And you know what that does? That stops what this young man might go through from happening. That stops that from happening. When you nip something in the bud, I ain't got to worry about it 2 weeks from now. I don't got to worry about that. Dang, I wish I would have said. No, hell no. The law says I got to say something. That's what happens. That's what comes to following the law. Damn, I wish I could have did that. No, the law said I got to take care of you. If I got it, it's yours. I ain't going to wait till you starving and get kicked out the house for me to now say I should have known. Should have, would have, could have, man. We do in here. We do. The why y'all shot. Read that when you get it. Keep going.
Verse 47. Set up altars and groves.
Ain't that what we do on Sundays? Set up altars and groves. Set up the Muslim mosque on every street corner. Keep going.
And chapels of idols.
And chapels of idols. Oh Lord, that big old rock. Chapels of idols. That big old rock. That big old nine-finger memorial. What is it? Menorah. Keep going.
The 16th chapel.
The 16th chapel.
To the Catholic Church, see nothing but idols.
Get that brother a hand. That damn right. Damn right. And you go into them Christian church, you see nothing but idols of wood. That big old cross sitting up in every church. Or that big old pederasty white man sitting right here with his head bowed to the side like this. That's how he look. Kung Fu master. Keep going.
And sacrifice swine's flesh.
What? He said, what he said, first of all, he said, go in there, build an altar, set up idols and all that. He's trying to get it fancy for Christmas. He's trying to get it fancy for Thanksgiving. He's trying to get it fancy for Mother's Day and what else? What's another one? And Valentine's. He's trying to dress. He said, go in there and put this up, set it up, and do what?
Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh.
Oh God.
And unclean beasts.
He said, go in there and have you a meal, a good old meal. Sacrifice swine's flesh. And it's crazy because this show you how wicked this ruler is. He's doing absolutely everything against God. This is Christianity. He's literally picking everything that the Lord said. If the Lord say celebrate something on a Monday, he'll say, no, celebrate it on Tuesday. He's going through nitpicking everything that we not supposed to do and flipping it. He said, we're not supposed to celebrate, we're not supposed to sacrifice nothing unto false idols. He said, we're gonna sacrifice something to this idol. We're supposed to have the Sabbath on a Saturday. We're gonna do it on a Sunday. We can't eat swine's flesh, nor can we touch it after it die. Go in there, rub that pig down and get it cooking hot. In the Sabbath, on the New Year, in the winter. In the winter, like it's the New Year's, they do everything backwards. The same thing, the same way that this king is pushing his ideology and his lifestyle is the same way you Christians push it today. The same way your Christian pastor pushes it today. The same way America pushes it on Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. There is nothing new under the sun. What they did back then is the same thing that they're doing now. You cannot be blind to it. It will never change. But the thing that has to change is you, Black man, you Hispanic man, you Native American man. You have to enter ye at the straight gate. You got to choose the way of the Lord. But I can tell you how white I was shot. You got to choose the way of the Lord more than you choose the ways of this world, man. But we're going to keep reading how wicked this Christian this damn near Christian pastor is. Keep going.
So like beyond the swine's flesh.
Oh,
You think about the other
beast,
unclean beast,
right? Horse.
And I see it's trending like on social media.
Right.
What's that brother from the Panthers is eating like raccoon and possum?
Con.
Yeah, he was commanded to never do these things.
Good night, man.
But because the heathens do it, it's popular with them to eat a rattlesnake.
Right.
For them to eat a bear.
Right.
We do it.
Damn right. Damn right. And that's get that brother a hand, man. Because the scriptures say what? Follow not the way of the heathen. That's right. And you know who else knew this? This king and your Christian pastor. And your Christian pastor, he'll sound good while he's teaching. He'll make you feel good. But all in all, he's just like Antiochus. He is no different than Antiochus. Your Christian pastor is Antiochus. Ye are of your father, the devil. He was talking about Israelites, talking to Israelites. We subserted ourselves under this oppressor, and we begin to gain and do the things that he's doing, which is your Christian pastors, man. Your Christian pastor is Antiochus. Keep going. Huh? Damn right. Most High Christ. We ain't gonna go into that.
Look at First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 48.
Right.
That they should also leave their children uncircumcised, man, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
And you know what happens when you go into that Christian church? You leave your children uncircumcised. They don't have no protection. They don't have no way of, they're not circumference at all. They're wide, just like that gate. They go in there, they can do whatever the hell they want to in the church. They can eat the swine's flesh. They can sacrifice stuff made unto idols. They can do all, they're learning all this. They don't have a gate around them. You know that scripture when it says our gates language? This is a prime example of that. And this is a Christian church. In the Christian church, there's no sturdy gate in the Christian church at all. There's so much pederasty going on. There's so much thievery. There's so much conniving. There's so much adultery going on. There's all manner of evil being done in the Christian church, just like it was back when Antiochus was ruling. Back when Antiochus was ruling, they celebrated birthdays. They celebrated, what do you call them? Goddesses and goddess birthdays. They did that. This is a thing that they did, and we do it now. They ate swine in the temple. They do it now. They call it they ate catfish in the temple. They do it now. They call it Pastor's Appreciation Day, where they go and cook the pig and pork knuckles and pig feet and all that, and they got it in the little kitchen place in the church. Fellowship hall. You know, get that brother a hand, man. The Lord took him out of there. The Lord didn't want you in there, brother. He got you out of there just in time. Lord, he kind of teared up when he said fellowship hall. Yeah, man, but the same way, man, the same way you're taught in the church is the same way Antiochus forced his lifestyle on us. It's the same way Christians do. Because if you're not Christian, what are you looked at as? You look down upon. You tell somebody you're not celebrating their birthday. Oh, Lord, the hell that's coming with that? You tell somebody that you're not celebrating Christmas this year after you didn't got your kids Christmas presents for the last 10 years. It's 11th year. It's 11th year. You going to tell them no? You going to tell them no? You going to let that man get on his knee and rub your back and not say nothing and say you should have? No, you strip it off. Rip the Band-Aid off. No Christmas this year. Hallelujah. Walk away. Let them cry. No birthdays this year. Shalom. Let them cry. Tell your wife. No Valentine's, sweetie. Walk away. Let her cry. Let her hit you in the back of the head. I don't care. I'll take that knot. You know why? Because that little bit of suffering still won't atone for all the sinning I've been doing my whole life. The scriptures say our righteousness is as filthy rags. There's no amount of things that we can do in this life to make up for the hell that we've done, but we can save our children. But you got to start somewhere. If you keep with that same mindset that, dang, I want to say something, but I can't. Or I'll start next year. I'm getting there, but I'm not right there yet. You keep that going, man. And you're going to find yourself roundabout back here with Antiochus. You're going to find yourself roundabout celebrating birthdays next year and the year after. You know why? Because you can't serve two masters. You're going to either love one or hate the other. You got to pick a side. You cannot be on the straight gate and be also in the wide gate. You got to pick a side. You can't see somebody get unalive and say, dang, I hope that doesn't happen to me and don't do nothing about it. And don't do nothing about it. You can't say, dang, that brother shouldn't have died like that, man. Couldn't have been me. But then you go do the things that can get you unalived in the same manner as his. You know what I've learned, man, from me being in the I.S.U.P.K? Sidebar. The Christian church made Black, Hispanic, and Native American people hypocrites, like the biggest ones too, the absolute biggest ones, to where you'll see your mother and father addicted to drugs. You'll see it. You'll grow up with it. Like you'll literally see it and you'll watch it as you're growing up. You'll be like, oh man, daddy and that beating mama, they sweating and stuff in the corner. You got grow up with roaches in your refrigerator, stuff like that, right? Like just a regular hood nigga growing up. You know what I'm saying? Projects, right? You'll grow up and you'll sell that same drug to your people and destroy them in the same manner. Then when you have kids, you'll say to your kids, don't sell drugs, don't do that, don't do that. All while you're selling drugs. You'll go to the strip club and throw money on somebody else's daughter and mother, but you'll tell your daughter she never go be a stripper. We are hypocrites, man. We are hypocrites. And it's all taught because we all in that wide gate. We got so many ways of life that we can be. We can be whoever we want to be. We can live how we want to live. God know my heart. I don't know a drug dealer without a cross around his neck. I don't know one. I don't know one without a Jesus piece. Go ahead, sis.
Is the reason why the Christian church is the way it is because they're not keeping the law? It's like there's no discipline, there's no foundation or structure of the law, so they feel like they can do whatever they want to do or live however they want to live because they're not keeping the law.
No, that's a heavy point. Get a sister hand. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Because whenever you're a lawless people, you don't have any code of conduct. So that's why we have a law, a statute, and a commandment. The law is more so the punishment that comes from not following it, the statute, right, or the commandment. So the Christian church doesn't have a foundation to stand on. I would say that first. So being that as it may, you can be a homosexual and be Christian. You can be a drug dealer and be Christian. You can be a stripper and be Christian. You don't have like a set way to do this. But serving God, there's only one way to do it. You can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster no matter what. You can't be a whore no matter what. You can't be a filthy thief no matter what, no matter if you're struggling. And that's where brotherhood comes in. We have avenues for everywhere. So if you're at the point to where you feel as though you have to now steal because you're starving, that's where your brothers come in. We'll feed you. If you're at the point where you're at somebody unalive somebody in your family and you feel as though you have to go unalive them, that's what brotherhood is for. That's what counsel is for. We are the remedy, the antidote, the remedy to all problems that Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans go through. Christian church is the curse. Christian church is the blindfold. Christian church is the soothe song that make you feel good. I used to listen to Christian music all the time, but I'd be like, man, boy, you better and it feel good. This Captain Azaria, it feel good. It do. But it blinded me. It was a brother I know used to re-up right before church, go to church, hallelujah. Get out and make a play from people that went in the same church. Like that's so disgusting. Like now that I know the truth, I know where the lie is. The lie is Christianity, and you're playing with God. I was playing with a power that I didn't even know how powerful he was until I started doing some research. You know, the Most High make children born with 3 legs. Give them what Kawal was the elephantitis, man. And you want to play with him? Nah, I'm good, cuz. I'm good, man. I'm good. But yes, to answer your question, the Christian church is destroyed because they keep disobeying the Most High's laws. And all Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans will continue to be destroyed unless we begin to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Go ahead.
So Salaki, that takes me back to your first precept tonight.
Damn right, Hosea.
Where the Lord's people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
That's right.
And what the sister was saying, like, these are some of the key concepts of the Christian church as far as their stance against us keeping the laws.
Right.
And if I may, it says the justification by faith, not works.
That's right.
And they talk about the fulfillment in Christ. We don't have to keep the law because Christ fulfilled the law.
Right.
This is their position. They don't even understand what it is that they're teaching the people.
Right.
You know, and then they also talk about new covenant life. Christians are dead to the law. They also talk about love fulfilling the law. All these things are the way that they warp the scriptures to suit them, to suit their lifestyles. And it's so crazy because if we truly were to be called Christians or to follow Christ, we will follow his example.
Right.
Christ kept the laws.
Damn
So
right.
he writes it.
Damn
So
right.
give her a hand.
Yeah, get us a hand, man. She in here tonight. She in here tonight. Go ahead with that scripture when you get it.
We still in Maccabees.
Con.
Okay, this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 49. To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances.
And that's what happens, like the sister was saying, that's what happens when you disobey the law for so long. And that's what these Christian pastors, I would say more than the Christian pastor, what the oppressor knows would happen and why he pushed Christianity so hard in our societies. Is because for so long, whenever you take something from a people for long enough, they'll begin to forget it. They'll begin to forget their way of life, especially through you take it from them for a long period of time. On top of it being stripped from them from a long period of time, you throw oppression on top of that. You throw buck breaking on top of that. You throw the lynching, graping, all that on top of you took something from them. They're not even thinking about what you took from them. They're thinking about how to survive in the time that they're in. They're thinking about where I'm gonna get my next meal from, how I'm gonna eat. And you know what'll rock them, cradle them to sleep while they're going through that hell, while they're forgetting everything that they went through, they're forgetting all the past. What's rocking them to sleep, what's comfort them, what they gave us while they're oppressing us after they took that from us, they gave us Christianity. And that Christianity makes us comfortable in doing the things that make us survive these times. Things like raping, robbing, stealing, you know, certain things that hurt our people. But so, go ahead.
Salakia. It's heavy that you say that.
All right.
When we say America is Egypt, like think about it. When we said give us these days so we can go and serve our Lord. You know what I'm saying? For these days.
Right.
And Pharaoh hardened his heart.
Right.
See, I think America realized something in reading our story in the Bible. See, they hit us with the same oppression that we got hit with in Egypt.
Damn right.
You know what they did now? They took away our God.
That's right.
So now, even if you did get the break to go praise your God, you praying to him.
Right. Praying to white Jesus.
That's the game. That's when they read our story. They said, wait a minute.
Right.
They still knew their God.
Right.
Moses still found his way back to the most power.
That's right.
To the most high power.
That's
so
right.
they look at the Christian church today, they say, wait a minute. I know how to fix them now.
Damn right.
Let's take away their God.
Damn
and
right.
Then add the oppression on to
Damn
it.
right.
But Commander General YAHANNA saw through all that. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
And still gave us a way to get back to serving our Lord.
That's right.
But the oppressor's so slick, him recognizing our story, he said, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
They found their way out of Egypt, out of this bondage, through going serving that God that Moses found.
That's right.
Let's take away their God and give them Jesus. Give them Scissor Boys,
Right.
Let's see can they get their way out of this oppression now.
Damn right.
You understand?
Damn
That's
right.
heavy.
Damn right. Damn right.
So like if I may, I remember about 3 years ago, you taught a class, and the title of that class was The Bait and Switch.
That was last year.
No, that was about 2-3 years ago.
It was last year.
I got it in my precept.
Okay.
I'll pull it a little less for you.
$1. I got $1 on it. Right. Nah, but definitely because I was trying to build a class on the switch and bait. I was trying to do one opposite. But no, that's a heavy point though, man. Like, and that's why these scriptures are so important. That's why this brotherhood is so important, because together we are one body. We are all on one accord. You go in that Christian church, you got 17 ways to live in there. 17, 18 ways to live. And your child gonna pick the one that's not comfortable for you to think that he should live, especially when you're not strong enough. I know some women, man. No, we don't get on that, man. You know, keep going, man. Let's just the Christian church is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It's part of that got the spirit of the devil all in that church, man. You know what I mean? Keep going.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 50.
And
whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king.
So now whoever don't listen to this, whoever don't celebrate these days that I gave you to celebrate. Whoever don't celebrate these Thanksgivings, whoever don't celebrate these Halloweens, these Christmases, these beautiful black baby children's birthdays and all these, right? Whoever don't celebrate these, go ahead.
He said he should die.
He said what?
He should die.
He said he should die, man, which is the same thing that happens to you black people who decide to go against the grain and not celebrate these days. Your people look at you like you need to die. They look at you like you should be gone already. You tell grandma you're not celebrating her 80th birthday. Oh Lord, and you done celebrated the other 40 since you've been alive. You tell your kids, hey, no more birthdays this year, and they 15. They looking at you like you're crazy. You tell your wife, hey baby, no more swine in this house. We're not doing swine in this house. We've been doing swine for 25 years. We're no more now. Now that we know better, we're gonna do better. She'll leave you over that swine. She will absolutely leave you, throw you away over that swine. That swine give her peace of mind. But baby girl, swine is not divine. Somebody better sign me. Y'all better sign me. Okay? Sign me quick. You know what I mean? But that's how it is, man. When you have a wicked rule over it, it's either his way or no way. You get what I'm saying? You either live or you die. How do you live? By disobeying the Lord, turning Saturday into Sunday, turning the winter, turning spring into winter. You live by going against the grain of the Most High. That's how you live in this society. You want to live, you want to be profitable, you want to live like the white man, you disobey God. You disobey God, do whatever the hell this oppressor tell you to celebrate, whatever the hell he wants you to celebrate. And that's how you live. That's what the king is saying. That's how you gain life. But you're going to die if you disobey me and follow the God of the Bible. Well, I'll tell you a family that did it. Matter of fact, let me get that. 2 Maccabees 7-1. 2 Maccabees 7-1, Bible Shah. I'll show you a family that did it. That'll rather perish. That'll rather get torn apart than to disobey the Lord.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
It came to pass also the 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
So now in this last chapter in Maccabees 1, we're seeing where the wicked ass Antiochus putting down that sword, like, hey, this is the law. Y'all gonna eat that swine. If you don't eat the swine, you're gonna end up dying. Right? So he laying it down. Now all the Israelites, they like, man, shit, I'm gonna eat it. Shit, give me swine. Shit, give me a little salt, pepper, a little hot sauce with it. Can I have some hot sauce, please? And gave him the hot sauce with it and eating it. So now they tearing it up, right? So now we got this other family. We got the other side. So now I told you got to pick a side now. We got the other side. Keep going. Now this woman and her 7 kids, they was compelled to eat swine's flesh. King come to him. He like, look, I see you and your boys. Y'all ain't been eating no swine. What's going on? Right? You're going to eat it today. Keep going. Watch what they said, man.
And were tormented.
They were what?
And were tormented.
And were tormented.
With scourges and whips.
Ooh, you know what a scourge and a whip is? Just say a beating tool. Just think of a whip with nails on it. Just think of a whip with little sharp things on it to tear your tail up. Beat you down. Come on, they tormented, right? He said, eat the swine, or you're gonna end up dying, just like in first Maccabees, right? So he coming to him, gave them the same order. Look, eat that, you better eat it. They said no. Now they start beating. Keep going.
Verse 2. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us?
He said, he got sick of it. He said, look, you whooping us. He said, what you thinking you're gonna get out of this, man? What you thinking you're gonna get out of this? Keep going.
We are ready to die.
Nigga, we ready to die. Kill us now. These are children. These are children. These are children. They chose these children. They're choosing a side, which is what every Black, Hispanic, and Native American has to do. You got to pick a side. You should rather die than to disobey the Lord.
Right.
And that's the type of strength you're never going to gain in the Christian church. You're never going to gain that type of strength to where I would rather get unalive than touch a dead pig. Just touch it. You're not going to gain that kind of strength in the Christian church. You're not going to gain, I would rather be unalived than steal from my brother. You're not going to gain that. That's a peculiar way to think. I would rather be cut in half than to charge tax to my brother. That sounds insane. But you got to pick a side to gain that strength. You got to go down that narrow path to gain that strength. When you out there willy-nilly and wild, you got so many options, you don't got to choose death. You don't got to choose death. But in here, you choose death rather than disobeying the Lord. And that's what these children, we're going to run through it fast real quick. Keep going.
We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
This brother spoke for all of them. He said, we are ready to die. One body, one sound, one west, man. One west. We are ready to die. Keep going.
Verse 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot.
Now the king, being in a rage, he pissy. He pissed the hell off. He's sick of these niggas. And they niggas too. And Antiochus, he a Roman. He like, I can't stand these niggas. Just like they look at us today. They can't stand niggas. Antiochus is like, I can't stand these guys. Nigga, you think nigga, who you think? He said, I got something for you. Heat up the pots, right? You know what a cauldron is, right? The huge pot. Huge pot. When the thing, you ever seen a witch movie? They in there, goddamn, yep, that's the cauldron. We got something for you. And they stirring the pot, looking them dead in his eyes, nigga. Got something for you. Yeah, you tough, ain't you? Keep going.
Verse 4. Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first.
Now, as this pot getting heated, he like, nigga, I got something for you. Come here, nigga. Got his tongue ripped it out. Got your tongue, drop it in the pot. Right? Keep going.
And to cut off the utmost parts of his body.
You know what the utmost parts of his body is? The arms, all of them. No, the utmost is more so the hands, feet, and genitalias, right?
Nose, ears.
Your nose, ears, the little things that's poking out of you, right? Keep going.
The rest of his brethren and his mother looking on.
Now that goes into that example of Zion said. His brother and mother and all of them, they looking at this happen. They watching this. Now, in their minds, they now have a choice to make. They got to pick a side too. It's all about picking a side, man. This ain't no, you can't be friends with me and selling drugs. You can't be friends with me and celebrating your son's birthday, telling him Santa's real. You can't be friends with me and laying with whores. You can't do that. Better get the hell on up the street, brother. They got Pentecostal Church of Holiness right up the block where you can do all that at. You can let your children get essayed. You can essay people. You can do whatever the hell you want to up there, but not in here. In here, you enter ye at the straight gate. This is the straight gate. Ain't nothing crooked about it. One way in, one way out. Keep going.
Verse 5. Now, when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive.
He was alive. He was alive after he cut off his arm, his members, nose, all that. All of it. He living. He's still living. His brothers and them watching it. He said, bring him here. Go ahead.
Brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan.
He fried him in a pan. What? Go ahead. No, lynched is slew by the neck. Oh no, it is. This is a vocabulary. Go ahead. This the vocabulary segment.
The term lynching, we always associate it with being hung.
Right.
But lynching essentially is you not getting due process. You're dying at the hands of mob violence. And that was a part of the process of our history here is, we get drug out of a courthouse or get drug out of a jail cell
Right.
by a lynch mob, and they execute us. And they usually did it through hanging, but they would drag us through the streets via horse and buggy.
Good
They
night.
would quarter us. They would whip us. They would beat us.
Right.
They would barbecue us over open flame.
Right.
And the reason why I made that statement or kind of like asked the question is because when I think of lynching and how they're torturing him,
Right.
it was done in front of a crowd of
that's right.
people. So this is being done in front of his family.
That's right.
So that's how I was thinking of it, as it being a lynching.
Right. Y'all teaching me definition, man. Get this sister hand, man. Yes, it is a lynching. Absolutely. Because lynching, the definition of lynch, it says kill someone, especially by hanging for alleged offense with or without a trial. So sometimes it is without the rope. Sometimes it is without being hung. It's just being killed without due process. So like, I think Captain I thought in his class yesterday, we was going over how when a white person gets prosecuted, who is he prosecuted by? He's prosecuted by his peers. When we're prosecuted by white people. So it just so happens that sometimes when white people are prosecuted by themselves, they're found not guilty. So they're judge and jury. We're criminal. They're judge, jury, and criminal. We're just the criminal. So this king at this time, he's judge, jury, and criminal. He don't need the court system. He's saying, you're not doing what I say you to do right now. You got to die for it. So that's a heavy point. He was absolutely lynched in front of his family.
No, Salak, if I may, a very prominent lynching that transpired here, right around the corner off of Market Street, or Hay Street, at the old courthouse. This dude named Archie B.
Right.
He got pulled out of the courthouse. They were transferring him to the jail, and 3 guys, one of them shot him in the back of the head, and they considered that a lynching because he didn't get the due process of a court date.
Right. Damn right, man.
All because of an alleged sexual assault.
Man, long story short, man. Long story short, get that brother here and that sister, man. Long story short, the white man is the devil, right? Your Christian pastor is a vagabond, a filthy, greedy, money-grubbing bastard. He does not know the Bible, and he does not love black people. He hates you. Keep going.
Who is the Antiochus of today? Who's Antiochus of today?
Antiochus of today would be, I don't know. There's many. I would say, as far as like the way that he carried out punishment, you could say Trump. You could say Trump, but Trump's not. He's a dictator, but he's not like Antiochus. I would say the spirit of Antiochus is on Christianity. Is the same. And here's what I mean by the spirit, because as far as carrying out these punishments, the way that he did, because they're disobeying his way of life, Christians do not do, but they do it more spiritually than anything. So they're not going to kill you because you're not coming in and celebrating on a Sunday, but they will shun you and point fingers at you. You will be the sore thumb. You will be that's the black sheep of the family. Right. You know what I mean? So so as far as physically, I won't say that I would know Antiochus of today that does this. But spiritually, Christianity absolutely is this. Your Christian pastors all are Antiochus. Yeah.
And so and to add to it, the water that you use the spiritual form of it, because that's what we're fighting against.
Right.
You understand? This same spirit of Antiochus being the fact that they was attacking us as Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, being the Lord chosen. We're going back into the book of Maccabees. The spirit was to erase the heritage of the Israelites.
That's
you
right.
Understand?
That's
and
right.
Mattathias and his son fought back. You know what I'm saying? We carry that same spirit that was in the Maccabees, or Judas of Maccabees, to fight against everybody who's against the Antichrist. You understand? Right. So the battle is still the good versus the evil. You understand? So everybody who was against the I.S.U.P.K and us serving the Lord, that's Antiochus. That's the spirit of Satan. You understand? That's all of that. You understand? But us walking in the spirit of Christ is what we fighting for. Right. So the war is still life is war. You understand? Right. So most High Christ, good question.
Damn right. That was a great question. And I would reckon to say that that Trump could be potentially an Antiochus of today because of, just if you go against his way of life, how he does you. You get what I'm saying? Not as far as the lynching, but it's damn near. I want to ask Captain I thought that can we say that Trump is Antiochus? I know we can say spiritually Christianity as a whole, your Christian pastors as a whole, but go ahead, sis.
And the reason why I asked that question, because I remember you just said what happened back then
It's happening
now.
Damn
so
right.
I think of it as the same spirit.
Right.
It's this. Okay, his name is Antiochus in scripture.
Right, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So we don't say, and now I'm glad you clarified that question. We would not be able to say who anybody is today that was back then. So I wouldn't be able to say who is David today. I wouldn't be able to say who is Samuel, Samson. We wouldn't be able to say that. You know what I mean? You can theorize it all day, but we don't. In the I.S.U.P.K, we don't do that. We leave that to other camps. Some camps think that their leader is Joseph. You know what I mean? Some camps think that their leader is Elijah. We don't do that in here, but we do recognize the spirit, and that spirit that Antiochus has.
And I should have asked
the
spirit instead of like just saying, okay, who is the Antiochus of today? What spirit of today was the same or similar to Antiochus?
Absolutely, and that's your Christian church. That's Christianity in the whole.
You know what? Nobody saw one. He did sign an executive order for ICE.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I said. Like I want to ask.
That is the spirit of it.
I think. I know he got the spirit, but as far as like saying he's the Antiochus, I wouldn't say that. But definitely the spirit, 100%, man. The water. Hey, look, I love this sister, man. Hey, y'all, yeah, she need to keep cutting class. She gets your screws turning. But go ahead with that. Keep going.
It's the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7. We in verse 5, verse 5. What's like it? Now, when he was thus maimed and all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus.
Oh, now listen to this. So now as he's cooking in the pan, right? The fumes going up. They smelling it. His mother and children, his mother and brothers, right? They smelling it going up. They're like, good Lord. They start to exalt one another. They start to lift one another up. They like, man, we about to die the same way. And they lifting each other up in that hell. A lot of families today, and that's called picking a side. Because if there's a way to get out of all this. How can they save themselves? How can they get out of all this and not go through what he went through? That's for you, sis. Yeah, and not go through what he went through. It's right here. That's right. Get a sister hand, man. Dude, all they had to do was eat the pork. They could have just ate the pork, man. It's a little food. It's just food, right? It's just food. He probably had it cooked up good. What was y'all favorite food? The swine back in the day. You used to eat swine, sis? Oh man, what was your favorite? Man, they had them pork chops over there, smothered glazed onions, all on them with the peppers on the side of mashed potatoes, sitting right there beside them. And all they had to do was just take a bite, and they wouldn't have had to go through nothing. But instead of choosing that wide gate, instead of choosing that way of life that everybody else was living, they chose to obey the Most High. They started lifting each other up. They like, it's all right. They see them there. They getting hyped. They stretching this. They like, all right, who next? Who next? Keep going. As they're smelling their kin get burnt in the cauldron, they cooking him. They lifting each other up. Keep going.
Verse 6. The Lord God looketh upon us, and in truth hath comfort in us.
Listen, man, the Lord said, they said, man, the Lord looking down on us. He trusting us. He know we was raised right. Keep going.
As Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants.
That's right. They knew where they stood when it came to serving the Lord, man. They were comforted. They comforted the Lord. They reassured him their solidarity, their allegiance with him. They comforted the Lord with that, man. They knew where they was at. They knew what was coming with their way of life, and they stood in it firmly. Keep going.
Verse 7. So when the first was dead, after this manner, they bought the second to make him a mocking stock.
To make him a what?
A mocking stock.
You ever heard of Buck Birkin, sis? They bought the second one. They said, come on, we got something for you. Keep going.
And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair.
Oh my God. You know that's called scalping. Scalping somebody. And all of this for doing what? For not just eating a piece of pork chop. All of this for not taking one bite of pork chop. You're not going to learn this in Christianity. You're not going to get this spirit or this strength serving that white Jesus Christ. You're not going to get this spirit by going to church every Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday and getting danced for by a bunch of Rastafarian pedophilians. You're not going to get this kind of strength, man. You're not going to get this type of strength nowhere other than the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander Jenny YAHANNA.
That's right.
I beg to say that these children, these children are one West. Lord willing, one of them be brought back through one of my seeds. Because I see resemblance of this in Jace, meaning the spirit that these young children are having is the same one that we are breeding in our children today. And that's how you break a curse. You don't break a curse overnight. It takes generations. The scriptures say we can pay for what we did up into the fourth generation. That's in Deuteronomy, I think, the 4th or 6th chapter. We pay for what we've done, what we're going to do up into 4 generations. So say like, and that's the benefit of coming into the truth. So say like me, right? I grew up eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. I stopped eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster when I was 19, right? Boom, my son came up eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster through to that side. He stopped eating it when he was like 6 or 7. Now his child is never going to eat it a day in his life. Now his children's children are never going to eat it a day in his life. That's how you break the curse. Because when that 4th generation gets here, you know what won't be celebrated at all? Birthdays. You know what won't ever happen? Never touch a dead pig. You know what else? He'll never celebrate a Christmas, a Halloween, or Thanksgiving. That's in that 4th generation. So it takes time to cleanse the disease out of your family, out of your generation. But you got to start somewhere. And we realize that in the UPK, starting late is better than never. You get what I'm saying? So Barakatah Yahweh Shah for these brothers and sisters in the UPK, man. Because from us doing this, we're able to save our children and our children's children, which is what this family went through. This family was already out of the hole. And they held fast to it because they didn't want to go back, which is why they took this so serious with serving the Lord. Keep going.
They asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body?
Now he said, look, you going to eat, man? They didn't already scalped the brother. Now the king like, look, we can stop right now, bro. I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have did that. Just eat a little piece of pork. Just buy a little piece of this swine. Just get a little bit, and then it'd be all over, man. I'm so sorry. Look what this little brother said.
Verse 8. But he answered in his own language.
In his what?
In his own language.
Lashawan Kodash. He answered in Hebrew. Keep going.
And said, no.
He said, no. Keep going.
Salakia, that translates to
La. La.
Trying to see your glory.
La. Keep going.
Wherefore, he also received the next torment in order, as the former did.
So now the same thing that happened to the former child, we know what happened to him. It happened to him. Happened to the next guy. Keep going. We ain't done.
Verse 9. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou, like a fury, takest us out of this present life. But the king of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life.
Oh man, read that again.
Salakia. Thou, like a fury, takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life.
Listen, man, they said, don't worry about what you can do for us now. We good in the end. Kill me now, because I'm coming back and I'm good in the end. This is another reincarnation precept. If y'all young brothers out there watching, man, understand this. The life you live now dictates how you're going to come back and the conditions you're going to come back in. I'm living my life good now so that when I become my great grandson, I come back with some nice hair, some big old strong muscles. I might be 6'4" too. I'm 6'1" now, but I might be 6'4" then. You know, go ahead, sis.
So what I'm getting out of this is you can't be afraid to die.
That's right. Get that sister hand, man. You cannot be afraid to die. You cannot.
For the truth.
Damn right. Damn right. That's heavy. And I say this all the time too. We got enough cameramen out there in the world. Everything now is on camera. And I'll always stand by this. Somebody else should have died with George Floyd. You got 1,000 cameras on that man. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's father, right? You got 1,000 cameras on him, and y'all see him suffering. He can't breathe, getting tortured. You see this. It's enough of this. Get off of him. It's enough of that. We got enough of those. That's why the Lord is raising up strong men in the I.S.U.P.K, men that will give their life for another brother, which is one of the greatest things that you can do, and the absolute greatest way you can die, giving your life for another brother. That's what we're breeding in here. We got a couple cameramen, but we got some killers in here too. To lock you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a heavy point. You can't be afraid to die and serve the Lord. You cannot. You cannot, not at all. Christ said this, know this first, that they hated him first. They're going to hate you the same way they crucified Christ. They'll crucify you if they can. They do. They crucify us spiritually day in and day out right now. Take it. Take it as a badge of honor. The YAHANNA. I always say this as well. You know you're serving the Lord if everybody hates you. You know you're not serving them if everybody loves you, want to be your friend. Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
To what she's talking about. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
That's right. That's right. That's so heavy, man. God, read it again, Bob Kashaf.
It's the book of 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear.
The Lord didn't give you no spirit of fear, man. What is that spirit of fear? That spirit of fear is what? What is there to be afraid of? Is that saying that if a lion is in this room, you're not scared? No, that ain't what it's saying. That ain't what it's saying. What is it saying, though? God did not give us a spirit of fear, but what?
But of power.
But of power. He didn't give us the spirit to be weak, sis. He gave us a spirit to be strong. You ever heard that saying, I think Christians say it a lot. They be like, God can't give you nothing that you can't handle. That is extremely true. That is extremely true. But he gonna test you nevertheless. You see what he did to Job. He sent Satan at Job viciously, tested Job. But you know what the Most High knew? Every time Satan came back, he knew that Job could win. He knew that Job could win that battle. And he did. Keep going.
And of love.
And of love. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And of a sound mind.
And of a sound mind, sis. You understand that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So is the test to kind of like check our perseverance?
100%. That, yes, it is to check your perseverance, but you have to be willing to go through whatever it is as well. So you getting checked on it. It's not just to see how strong you are, because you can see. You ever heard of faking it till you make it? Some people will actually fake it to the last drop, and be like, thank God. No, you have to be willing to be done a certain way for this. So checking your perseverance is like checking how much you can take. You have to take is pause. You have to take as much as you can take plus some. You doing this. This is not a. It's not a. I'm only going to be hurt this much, and then they're going to lay off me. I'm only going to be tried this much, and now he's going to take it off of me. No, the scriptures say you endure to the end, and then you're going to be saved. Yeah, you done had enough, and now he's just going to take it off. No, we don't pray for the Lord to alleviate things out of our life. We pray for strength to go through them. Strength to get through it. The Lord don't want the weak. The Lord wants the strong. That goes for men, women, and children. We're reading it in the Maccabees. You can't be no woman in here and be weak. You got to be willing to die too. You can't be a child in here and be weak. You got to be willing to die too. We all got to fight, and you better win it. Go ahead.
So, like, if I may, last precept.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
Right.
But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Right. Man, yeah, look, one body. We right here, both side Christ. Damn right, man. Get that brother a hand, man. Don't fear that man that can kill you, unalive you here on earth. Because he can't do nothing to you spiritually. But the Most High can bring you back with 2 heads and a horn. I seen it. They got conjoined twins walking around here with a baby. Yeah, I seen it. I seen a man with horns and a tail. Lord.
And Salakia too, just to, I'm gonna piggyback off what we were saying about like the trial that the Most High give you, right?
Right.
It's a trial that you go through. Even with Christ, you know what I'm saying, about to be crucified, one of the brothers that was right beside him when he told Peter, you like, Peter, I know what you're saying, Peter, but shit, I already know what you're gonna do, Peter.
Right.
You understand? But
Peter
imagine how Peter felt in the moment after he did what Christ told him. You understand? He felt, that trial was like, man, Peter, you know you're gonna betray me, right? You're gonna deny me through, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Peter carried that.
Right.
But in him continuing to fight, like you said, until the end, even what did Christ end up telling Peter? Well, on this rock, I'm gonna put it on you.
Right, on me.
Right. Yeah. And Peter fought that battle, and you know what I'm saying, until it was his time.
Damn right.
You understand? So you may have a trial that we go through that you have to face, but then you know what I'm saying, that's not the end of it.
Right.
You go through it, you keep fighting.
Damn right.
Until you can't.
That's right.
That's just how it goes. You understand?
Damn right.
And we see how Christ, when our King, when he was fasting, the Satan threw everything he could at him. You understand?
Right.
It hit his most vulnerable moment.
Right.
And Christ fought it.
That's right. That's
God,
right.
and that's all.
And that spirit, that goes back to that spirit that we've been learning about the whole night. That spirit, you're not going to learn that in Christianity. You're not. There's always a way out when you're a Christian. There's always a way out of your hell. There's a way out of just anything, man. There's a way out. You don't have to do this. You can do this other thing. You don't have to be homeless. You can start an OnlyFans. You don't have to go without food. You can steal. You don't have to go without your bills not being paid. You can be a whore. You don't have to go without vagina. You can pay for it. There's a way out of everything in Christianity, but there's not a way out of serving the Lord in here. And with that, I'm gonna pass over to Priest and Officer 1000 for y'all for the security announcements.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the Feast of Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which will be Monday, March the 2nd, and Tuesday, March the 3rd of 2026, according to the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I imagine, which means to stand. Sisters, remain seated, Yeshua. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Modern Shabbat, I imagine, Barak, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah. Yadamatah, hands down. Sar, turn and face the sisters. Sisters, I imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to our sisters. Imagine Shabbat, imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Latah by Shem Yahweh Shah. Yadamatah, class dismissed. Boy, you rock and roll. I'm trying to. He got a song in his eye.